What's up, guys? Another tutorial here. This one I'm recreating my Oilers logo that I made in one of my earlier ones. Again, like I said on that one, you can't spell all of Oilers. You don't have enough layers. But you get the oil drop, you get oil spelt out. So really, I mean, NHL fans are gonna recognize this. You're gonna know exactly what it stands for, so it's not a big deal that you're missing out. Plus, it actually looks kind of cool being simplified, at least in my opinion. But that's probably because I made it. Anyway, to start things off, again, you don't just like in my Hulk Hogan one, you don't actually have a white base layer. I'm just using that for tutorial purposes. So, just because like I don't actually recreate everything, I just adjust the layers. So to start things off, I took the ring and maximize it to that size, and then so that the edge is pretty well taking up the entire screen, and then hit the outline button so that just the inner ring outline becomes your like O shape for the logo. From there, I kind of put the drop in. What I did was I shrunk it down, and just move it straight up so that way it stays nice and centered. And that's pretty well your point of reference for spelling oil out in this thing, because that kind of gives you your appropriate max height and where you want your eye to be, so it's nice in line with everything. So then I took the suppressor and just shrunk it down and rotated it right in the middle, and that, again, it stays nice and center, and it's a nice point of reference to build the entire logo from. So, and then from that, I took the angled shield, and as you can see, I shrunk it down and kind of positioned it just right at the top, and that gives it that top kind of nub that the Oiler logo has on all the letters that are kind of spelt out. So to complete the eye, I took the Soviet suppressor and just positioned it at the bottom after I shrunk it down and all that kind of stuff. Let's find a nice color here. Orange. And as you can see, I have it going almost all the way up into the suppressor, like the regular suppressor, and just have it positioned like that, and use the Soviet suppressor because it has that kind of nub at the bottom, so it looks like it gets narrow, to create that kind of oil drop, spilt oil, whatever you want to call it, effect. And the blue I'm using is the first one before you get to like the purpley shades of colors. So from there, I decided to spell. Next thing was the O, and it's really simple. You just take the 0, resize it, position it right next to the eye, and then I took the triangle medium, wrong one, and played around with it like that, and kind of position it right there, and that gives you your, your oil spill, oil drop effect. And you want to make it so that the right side of your triangle is like pretty well perfectly 90 degrees. So you're going to have to do a lot of, little adjusting and trial and error kind of things. But once that's done, I just took I started spelling the L. So again, I just took the suppressor. Other shapes probably work. I just kind of like I just took the suppressor just because I like the width it gave me after I played around with it. And then again, the angled shield, right on top. Not a big deal. It's pretty well just the exact same as the eye. And then to kind of make the L part, where it has kind of the little lip coming up on the right side, I took the 1 digital and positioned it right there, and you line it up so the bottom of the 1 is perfect with the edge of the suppressor, and you kind of want the 90 degree part of the L. You want it in line with where the eye starts to get fat and the inner bottom part of the O, or the 0, I guess. So once that's complete, I just took another triangle medium and pretty well did the same with this one that I did with the one on the 0. Played around with it, positioned it like that, and that so you got that, you know, that oil spilling, that drop effect. Next thing to do is to create the orange like oil drop. I just took the oil drop, I just duplicated it and shrunk it down and played around with it a bit on the inside. And there you have your Oilers logo. Now, I know it does, since it doesn't have a background, it looks really hollow, really incomplete. But to get around this, the easiest thing to do is just put it on like Yukon camo, or you know, one of the light colored camos, and then it looks like it has a white background. But it also looks pretty okay on a lot of other camos, what kind of, I can't think of one right now. One of the like Nevada and Dust. It actually looks pretty alright on those. So guys, I hope this was helpful. I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial. I've got a gameplay commentary up on my channel. I'd love it if you check that out. It's a first ever live commentary, first ever commentary. It's a team deathmatch. The quality is really low, but forgive me. I've also got a new one coming up in a few days where the quality is a lot better, and I talk about toilets and dinosaurs. So guys, I hope you enjoyed this tutorial, and you know, rate, comment, subscribe, all that kind of fun stuff. Thanks for watching.